I'm Maggie Lindsay with South Dakota Game Fish and Parks, and today we're doing a video on the legal transport of geese. We're going to show you two different methods. We're going to show you a method where the wing is going to be left attached and another method where the head will be attached. Okay, the first method we're going to show you is how to legally transport the goose, where you just take the breast and one wing. So we're going to show you how to do that next. Okay, the first thing we want to do is expose the breast, and what Dylan is doing here is he pulls some of the feathers off till you can see, as you can see the skin showing. And we've already actually got a nice little tear in the skin. And then he takes a knife and cuts on the edge of the skin. And now he's just pulling the breast skin back to expose the meat on the breast. Pull it down. You need to make sure and try to pull it down on the sides all the way to the wings. So now you can see that the breast is exposed. And now you need to find this junction. You can see where it goes all the way back. You'll feel a soft spot, and that's the back of the breastplate. And this is where you need to cut next. This is where you get into the innards. So go ahead, Dylan. And you don't want to cut too deeply or you'll cut into the guts. You just want to cut through the outer layer. And as you'll see, that the rib cage will start to pull up. And you need to make a cut down along the ribs to start breaking the breast free. Pull the skin back. And just try to pull the skin back so we can see here. So you feel it start to break. So now you just kind of see that this part, it's not completely broken free, but it's cut all the way down, almost to the wing, to the root of the wing. Okay, now at this point you're going to want to put the goose on the floor so you can get some leverage. And this is going to take a little bit of strength here. First thing we're going to do is stand on the feet. And now reach down, and the best thing to do is to grab it right at close to the body. Do the wings and just start pulling hard. And you will see that you end up with a nice piece of breast. Then now you can go ahead and pull the rest of that skin off. And you end up with the full breast and two wings attached. Now for legal transport, you have to have at least one wing attached. So at this point, you can go ahead and just cut off one wing. And, which is a little tough with those scissors. Not the best scissors, but there we go. So now what you end up is with a nice piece of your breast meat and a wing attached so that it can identify the species of the waterfowl. All right, for this method, we're going to pluck the bird and we're going to leave the head attached. So to start plucking, you just kind of start feeling the feathers backwards and just start pulling feathers. It's not easy and it's time consuming, but you'll see what a beautiful product you have in the end. So this is what your goose is going to look like when you're done getting it plucked. This is a good way to transport it and cool it out if it's a warm day. Now if you're going to cook your goose whole, when you get it home you're going to want to clean it off a little better. You can use a torch, or you can just take your time and take this cleaner. But for the sake of this video, we're just showing you that it is a plucked goose now. It's the whole goose that you're going to transport. Now to legally transport, you have to leave a wing and or a head attached to it. So on this goose, I'm just going to take off the wings and we're going to leave the head attached. And you can see from the head that it's obviously a Canada goose. So this allows the law enforcement officer or anybody else to see the species of the goose. I'm also going to remove the legs. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now once you remove that leg off of there, you're going to have to discard that with the feathers. You can't be transporting it separately because there's no way to show that the leg came from that goose. Now I'm going to remove the leg. And what I like to do is find the joint and cut on the joint. And there it is. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get, as you notice, the guts are still in here. So the next thing we're going to show you is how to gut this goose. All right, to gut a goose, you're going to find where the breastbone comes back. You're going to find the body cavity right here. And what I like to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut into the body cavity. I like to cut a little bit of that off. And you can kind of feel here. And try not to poke the knife too deep in there. This isn't exactly the best knife for this, but it'll do. And just open that body cavity. Especially if you're transporting in warmer weather, you want to make sure this is opened up and cooled. And then you just start removing the innards. Now, if you have water available, you can wash your goose out at this point. And there you have it. One that you can transfer. It's plucked, gutted, and has the head attached. So these are the two methods that we showed you. The plucking the goose with the head attached, the two methods of legal transport, and breasting it out with the wing attached. If you have any questions, you can contact your local conservation officer.